Hey guys, how you doing today? I hope you guys are doing great. Welcome to my show. It's been a while I've done a Facebook Live. Really, that I'm just going directly from my page like this. I can't even remember when last I did this. But I'm happy to be all in your face. I'm happy to be here. Hope you guys are doing good. Happy New Year. I'm not sure I've really done a one-on-one like this year, except maybe someone is interviewing me and then they stream it on my page. I hope your dreams are coming true gradually this year. Okay, I'd like you to tell me your name, your city, and feel free to share this video. I want us to get to at least 1,000 people today, so share this video and get as many people as possible to join today's live. As I am with my phone as well, I'm beginning to share and just getting as many people as I can to join today's show. I'm not sure I'm seeing your comments, so guys, please tell me your name and the city you're joining me from. Okay, your name and the city. Today we're going to be looking at 10 ways. It's actually a 3-day series, okay, because there's no way I can cover the entire 10 today. So it's going to be a 3-day series on 10 ways to become a millionaire or billionaire in the real estate sector. And I'm going to make it as practical as possible. I'm going to share my story, how I did it, some of the things that I did. And I will start today by addressing some of you who like to give this excuse of, oh, I don't have money, and this is one of the reasons why I won't be able to do real estate. Money has nothing to do with this. You can always start at your level. Life is in phases. Men are in sizes. You leave your size part-time. Okay? Start at your level. Kende Joe from Ekiti, how are you? Samuel from Winnipeg, thank you for joining. Santos Yanu Jesu from Lagos. Ekene from Enugu, how are you, Ekene? Please, guys, share this video as many times as possible. I've been shadow banned by Facebook. I don't know why. And so, if you can share this video more, one, the shadow ban will disappear, and then more people get to know about this particular show today. Okay? So, very, very important. So how many of you are ready for me today? If you're ready, type I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Okay, if you're ready, type I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. So today I will look at 3 major ways out of the 10 ways to become a millionaire and a billionaire in the real estate sector. I'll look at 3 today. Tomorrow we'll look at another 3. And then the final day we'll look at 4. But can you guys hear me very well? I want to also be sure you guys can hear me perfectly. If you can hear me very well, type I can hear you, I can hear you. Can you guys hear me? Okay. If you can hear me, type I can hear you. I want to be sure, guys, before I go into today's class. Can you hear me very well? Is there some lag in the comments or what? I'm struggling to understand. Can you guys hear me? Okay, Irash, how are you? Oh, beautiful. Thank you, Mrs. Busy. Say everybody can hear me. So I think there's a time lag, and so it's kind of taking some time. So if you're ready for me today, can you type I am ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Come on, guys, talk to me. If you're ready for me today, type I'm ready. And please share this video at least 10 times on Facebook, on WhatsApp, on LinkedIn. We have just 22 people here. That's disappointing. We should get at least 1,000 people here. So share, tag, get everybody in here. Let's get this place filled up. Okay, number 1 way to make money, a millionaire, become a millionaire, become a billionaire in the real estate sector is called Shortlet apartment. Okay, Shortlet. Everybody says Shortlet. Come on, everybody type Shortlet. I'm about to come up with a whole course module around Shortlet because it's one of the most easiest, depend on the methodology you use. So there are two pathways to doing Shortlet. Pathway number one is to get money and buy a house. And rather than leasing it for a long time, a year, 2 years, you can then lease it per day, almost like running a hotel of some sort. And you have several sites that you can leverage on. Airbnb is one of those sites. There's several ones as well. It's not just Airbnb. So step one is you get money, you buy the house. Now, instead of saying, oh, you know what, I'm going to take a year rent, then you start taking daily, weekly rent. Now, what I have realized is that there is a minimum of 100%, okay, 100% higher returns compared to long lease. 100%. Of course, this also means that you do more work and all that as well can be automated. Now, in my course, I'm going to give a more detailed and elaborate program on that. Some of you are in my coaching program will learn that as well. I'm sure you've heard me teach you in detail, but because we don't have all the time to teach all of this in this 1 hour class that we have today. Please, are you getting value, guys? I love a very interactive class. I love this to be engaging. If you're getting value, type, I'm getting value, I'm getting value. So in a Shortlet business, we've realized that, for example, if you buy an apartment for, let's say, $500,000, right? And let's say you're leasing it for a whole year, and then the rental income for a whole year on that $500,000 is maybe $30,000, right? If you're doing long-term lease, we have realized that you can double that. You can literally realize $60,000 instead of a $30,000 if you're doing short lease, Shortlet. You can literally double it. So number two model, this is cheaper, and a lot of people prefer this model. I'm happy to know you're getting value. Yanu Jesu, Richard Vaguti is getting value. Antonia is getting value. Thank you. I'm glad to know that. Number two pathway to doing Shortlet is for you to rent the apartment for long lease. So you rent an apartment for a year and then you now use it for short lease, right? So you rent the apartment from your landlord for, let's say, I'm just giving an example, $2,000 a month, right? And when you now put it out on the Shortlet, you can be realizing between $4,000 to $5,000 a month, right? And that doubles. In fact, in some locations, in certain kinds of property, in certain neighborhood, you can literally get as much as 200% return on investment. Okay, so let me break it down for you. What are the simple 4 steps if you're going to do Shortlet? Are you ready? If you're ready, type I'm ready, I'm ready. If you're going to do Shortlet, what are like 4 steps you need to take? Right? 4 basic steps. I want to do Shortlet apartment. I'm interested in doing Shortlet. What are the first? Remember, I've said there are 2 pathways. Once you've chosen your pathway, I want to buy the house and then put it out for Shortlet, or I want to rent the house on, for a year, and then I will then put it for Shortlet. Please note, if you're renting the house, if you're going to be renting the house, make sure you get the landlord's permission. And it also depends on the country you're operating in anywhere in the world. Some countries have certain regulations. For example, if you're going to do that here in Dubai, you need to register with a particular government agency for you to have the license to be able to do Shortlet in Dubai. So different cities, different rules, different policies, right? Many African countries don't even have any rule. So it's easy for you. I have one of my mentees, maybe I'll ask him to come share his testimony with you guys. Maybe I have that time. And he learned this from me. I started this in Abuja, gave him a couple of tips. Right now, he controls over 100 properties in Abuja. Now, in his own case, he didn't even rent, he didn't even lease. You know what he did? I shared with him how he could approach people who already have properties and have been struggling, okay, to get tenants in the property. So you should go and meet them and say, hey, you know what? You've been struggling to get tenants into your property for over a year. Can we have an agreement? Guarantee I'm going to be giving you this X amount every week or every month, right? A little bit higher than what you will have gotten if you were to even rent it out in the first place. I will furnish the property, I will manage the property, and guarantee you'll be getting X amount. And that's the model he did. Today now he has over 100 people giving their property to manage for them. And this young man now comes to Dubai for vacation, has, one of the best life. He literally used to struggle with a salary of less than, his salary used to be less than $200 a month, believe it or not. Right now he makes thousands, average month, sometimes makes $10,000 a month. So total transformation. Who is excited about this? Are you learning? If you're learning something, type I'm learning. So guys, share this video. I'm still seeing 28 people. Like I said to you, I don't know why my account was shadow banned, but we need to get it back, isn't it? And one of the ways to get the account back is that you and I have to keep sharing this video until so many people are watching, and that will help the shadow ban. Okay, in other words, it kind of automatically will kill the shadow ban that is on this particular account on a live show. So guys, do me a favor, guys, come on, share this video not just once, at least 10 times on your Facebook pages, on your WhatsApp pages, on your LinkedIn pages. Just begin to share across all platforms, and let's get as many people as possible to come here. So are you ready? 4 basic things to note if you want to do Shortlet apartment, right? If you want to use Shortlet pathway to real estate investment. Thank you, Richard Valgati. Richard has shared this video. Thank you. God bless you. I also have a student in Cameroon. He learned about this from me as well. Now, you know what's funny about my life, right? My wife was supposed to come to Dubai. It was a period they banned Nigerians from coming to Dubai, and but she has access to be able to come. But there was no direct flight from Nigeria, so she had to go through Cameroon. And the day she arrived, she needed to stay in Cameroon for some days, and she needed to take an Airbnb. Ladies and gentlemen, true story. The Uber guy who picked her up, happened to also be the one who said, oh, she was saying, I'm looking for hotels. No, I have Airbnb. We can sort you out. Got her an Airbnb. In the course of their conversation, where are you from? Nigeria. I said, there is one man from Nigeria. The man is my mentor, is my hero. I have more than 2 properties now. I'm making money every day using for Airbnb, including the one you will be staying. Courtesy this man. He was sharing the story and all of that. Now, it came to the time of what's the name of this man? Believe it or not, Steven Akitayo. The man did not know he was actually carrying Steve Akitayo's wife and children in the car. True story. When my wife told me, I was like, are you kidding me? Right? I guess he even gave them discount when he got to know it. I mean, he literally turned himself to their driver through the stay. I might bring him. So this is not just what I'm teaching you is so real. We have several people whose life has been transformed all over the world as a result of that. I have somebody else in Atlanta, Georgia, in the US. Same thing. Right? Used to struggle, factory worker. Now he has more than 10 Airbnb property. He rents it. He's making money, and his life has changed. So guys, you can really, really turn your life around through this business, and this is real. So 4 major way. Yeah, Nujesu, thank you for sharing this video. I'm grateful. How many of you have shared this video at least 5 times? If you've shared this, please let me know. And I want to thank all of you who have been sharing. God bless you real good. I'm really grateful that you decided to share. So, number one, you must furnish the property. Somebody let me type furnish the property. Okay, come on, everybody. I need you to help me type, right? Number one, if you want to do shortlet, furnish the property. Everybody type furnish the property. That's number one key secret. So for a shortlet to work, you have to furnish it to look like a normal apartment. So if it's a one bedroom, you have to put furniture in the living room, put a bed, put a TV, the kitchen side, put a plate, cutleries, plates, a gas cooker, just make it function like a home. People have always asked, why do people love Airbnb compared to hotel in recent times? It's because in hotels they are not allowed to cook, and yet they pay a lot more. In an Airbnb you pay lesser, and you're able to cook, so you have control. You're able to cook, and so this has endeared a lot more people to rather go for a short-let apartment than a hotel when they're traveling from one city to another. But the secret to that is that you furnish it, and you furnish it so well. Make sure it's a good furnishing. Make sure it's a top class furnishing that when you come in, you love the quality of what you're seeing. It's very neat. It's very well organized. Now, one of the secrets I also teach people, put a value added service. Okay? B under furnishing. Value added service. B under furnishing. Somebody say value added service. So what are the value added services? You can partner with companies that do wine, right? Sometimes they have the latest type of wine and they're doing wine testing, right? You can partner when they do wine testing. Is either they give you the wine for free, right, for testing, or they ask you a wine that normally will have gone for, let's say, $10, right? It will be going for just $1 because they are doing wine testing. You can buy series of cartons of such wine. You put one as complimentary, right? If you can get rose flowers, right, on the bed, you just designed a love sign, welcome, to our apartment. Just something to wow them. It won't cost you much, right? But those little things just create this exceptional experience, right? Exceptional, a little card a little card just saying, welcome to this apartment. May your stay be the best ever. We love you. We've taken special care, right, to make sure your stay will be exceptionally beautiful. Yours truly, Stephen Akintayo, CEO of GTech Shortlet Apartment, right? Whatever the company name is. Are you gaining? Are you learning, guys? Come on, if you are learning, type I'm learning, right? So these are powerful principles. If you are learning, type I'm learning. Remember, this is a 3-day series we're going to be doing. Don't miss it for anything in the world. Share this video at least 10 times, not just one time. Let it go viral. I'm going to be sharing with you 10 ways to become a millionaire and a billionaire in the real estate sector. And today is part 1. I will be taking 3 ways. So under part 1 is shortlet. And we've talked about 2 pathways to shortlet. You either own the property, you buy it and then you start using for shortlet, or you lease it long term and start using. You even added a bonus 3rd pathway, which is that you can approach people who have properties and have been struggling to get tenants, right? And have an agreement, have a contract that you're going to be given a certain amount every week or every month, right? And they go ahead and give you the property and be faithful about this. This, for you to do the part 3, you must have a lot of social capital, right? A lot of social capital for this to work. But you also have people doing the part 3 where they don't even use their money to buy the house or lease the house. They just use their goodwill and their integrity for people to give them the house to manage for them. And it's absolutely possible. And you can do that. And then we say number 1 key thing to look out for if you go if you want to do the shortlet business. Number 1, you want to furnish the apartment and put in some value added services, right? Number 2, this is very powerful. Number 2, And I think you have to be very conscious of this number two. Automate. Everybody say automate. Number two, automate. Now, if you don't automate the process from day one, you cannot scale, right? So you have to automate it from the beginning, and that's the way to scale. So how do you automate it? You want to put a code lock, right? So there are certain door lock now that is just code. You put in the code and the door will open. Now you want to do the type where the numbers of days will have been added to the code. So if I give you a code 6625, right? If you paid me for just, let's say you paid me for just 2 days stay, the code will only work for 2 days. After 2 days, it locks you out, right? It won't work anymore. That way, you don't need to physically keep coming to your apartment each time somebody leaves. What other second way do you automate? Automate the cleaning. Get a cleaning company, right, to partner with you. Once a tenant leaves, you send them a mail, they go there, they clean it up, right, make it ready for the next tenant coming in. Again, that saves you having to, because at some point this should turn to 50 properties, 20 properties, 100 properties. And this is part of how many people couldn't scale their business, because they don't automate their businesses, they don't automate their processes, so they still keep doing manual model of doing whatever business they're doing, and you cannot scale that way. Anything that brings you money, you must have a strategy to be able to automate it. You must have a strategy for it to run when you are not there. I own real estate companies in UK, US, Dubai, Nigeria. I've not been to Nigeria for 3 months now. Nothing missing. They're even doing better than when I'm around. Because when I'm around, I'm always coming up with a lot of changes, a lot of projects, and I even distract them from the actual work of selling. So you must be able to automate that process, automate cleaning, automate access to the apartment itself, automate that as well. Okay, and once you do this kind of automation, guarantee you are making crazy money. Okay, I don't know if you're excited about this. Can you see the money? If you're excited, type I'm excited, I'm excited, I'm excited. Remember, share this video now. Come on. Share on Facebook, on WhatsApp, on LinkedIn, across social media platform, right? Share at least 10 times. Okay, copy the link and share. Don't be greedy, don't be selfish. I should be charging you for this. I'm decided to do it for free. And the least you can do for me is to make sure we have enough people watching this. That's the least you can do, right? And that's what will give me a lot of joy, that we have enough people watching this, that a lot more people are benefiting from the amazing teaching that we have today. Are you ready for number three? Okay. Number three secrets that helps your shortlet business to be a huge success. Number three secret is location. Everybody type location. So I'll use a practical example of Dubai. If you're going to do a shortlet business in Dubai, you should Google, where do people pay the highest rents in Dubai? Okay, where do tourists pay the highest? So for hotel, for apartments, where? And you're gonna see if you Google it. So you're gonna see that Dubai Marina is number one on that list. Palm Jumeirah, right, and some other location. Now make sure those are the location you want to put your shortlet. I've seen people make this mistake. They go to neighborhood that are very cheap, okay, and just because of everything has to be cheap, and you see, you're going to lose a lot more money when you're just thinking cheap, right? Boniface asks whether I'm a billionaire. Boniface, you could Google it before you come here to insult me. I've taken my time, my energy to teach you. You didn't pay for it, and this is why people don't teach for free, right? Because it allows people to just talk nonsense. Common sense Boniface. You could have just Googled my name to know who I am before you come and type rubbish on my page. It costs you nothing. It just costs you common sense. Just using your medulla oblongata to say, hey, before I ask stupid questions, can I just Google who this guy is? Right? To see how successful he is, or he's just let's even assume I don't have result. You're not paying for this. Isn't this better than coming here and ranting and gossiping and telling you about how your president has failed in Africa? Does that add any value to you? Right? I don't know why people have issues against positive content on social media. Right? I really don't know why. Somebody comes on social media, is giving you positive content. Now you want to come and distract him and waste his energy. Doesn't make sense. Right? Let's even assume I'm not a billionaire. Is it not a positive content what you learning? Right? That you say, okay, this is good, that somebody is coming and is giving us good content. We're learning from him. Okay? But as to your question, Google me. I started my business with $10, 1,000 Nigerian naira, and I've built a multi-billionaire corporation in 4 continents. Right? So, but even if I were not to have been a billionaire, it's no big deal. You are learning for free. I didn't charge you for it. You should just show some gratitude. This is why we don't have a lot of good people from Africa. Right? And everybody just is not thinking about helping others, because those who you are trying to help, can just be rude. Now he's distracted me. What was the last thing I said? It takes a lot for me to come here and teach you guys, for Christ's sake. It takes a lot. Right? Particularly when I do it for free. Now, if you're paying me, I'm not angry. You can insult me. You've paid me anyway. Right? You've paid me. When I come here, leave my job, leave my business, and then come take my time to teach you for free. Right? When I could have charged for it. Right? I charge $10,000 for my real estate group coaching, and people pay. Right? Sometimes we come here, we do free sessions, and then somebody comes and starts saying rubbish. It doesn't just make sense. So location, back to the conversation, right? Location is very powerful. So you look at location, whichever city you are in the US, in the UK, or whatever in the world. Google which location are people willing to pay more when it comes to rent. That's the location you should go. A lot of times you see people making mistakes where they go do this kind of business in countryside, right? Just because it's a location they will pay a lot cheaper. No, go for premium location, high net worth places where wealthy people stay. It's just how this works. When people are coming to Dubai, they are thinking of Dubai Marina, or they're taking Palm Jumeirah, right? There are certain places they want to. And what happened is that, yes, the rent, if you're renting the place, may be higher. If you're buying the place, it might be more expensive, but you will make back your money, because you will not have a situation where you're doing short-let apartment, or short rental, and then nobody's renting your apartment, right? That won't even make any sense for you. It's not good for your business. You want a location where a lot of people naturally are coming to that area, they are coming to that neighborhood. Also on that location, you also want a location that is safe. You want a location that is family friendly, right? So for example, if it's an apartment that has a kid play area, right? So when families are coming with their children, they know that, okay, there's a kid playing area. It has a swimming pool. So you want to look at properties that has all these basic facilities they're providing that helps for family stay. But sometimes your biggest money will come, with that. And that is very, very important. Number 4, but why are you guys not typing it, right? Number 4, the type of housing. Number 4, everybody say type of housing. So it's going to be a 1-bedroom, it's going to be a 2-bedroom, it's going to be a 3-bedroom, it's going to be a 4-bedroom. Again, I advise you Google this based on the city you are in. So I give you an example. If you want to do this in Manhattan, and you're trying to do 2 bedroom or 3 bedroom, it might not work because a lot of people, because of how expensive Manhattan is, will rather do a studio, okay, or max they will do 1 bedroom if they are big people, right? Of course, there are other people who do way more, but it's not the regular. So you want to research what type are people looking for. Here in Dubai, 2 and 3 bedroom is the best, right? 2 and 3 bedroom is the best. Different cities, different rules. So Google it, and the answer will be there on Google as to what type of housing do tourists, visitors into your city rent the most. So that data just tells you the kind of house you should go and look for your Airbnb, so that you don't end up getting an apartment that naturally there are no demand. Remember the law of demand and supply. And there's enough data nowadays to help your shortlet business, so that you're not just, working the dark and just doing a business that you don't have all the data that you need to excel. Come on, guys. Are you excited? Have you learned something? You guys should pay me for this. How many of you agree with me that this should be a paid session? If you agree, type I agree, I agree, I agree. Be honest. I'm not going to charge you. Don't worry. I didn't charge except for somebody who want to get me angry. But do you agree with me that this should be a paid session? Right? If you agree, just type it should be paid, it should be paid. Right? Come on, let me get your answer. Do you agree with me that this should be like a paid session? Right? If you agree, type I agree, it should be paid. Right? So, and I agreed as well. I think there's so much good substance here. There's so much good content. It should be paid. Are you ready for number 2? If you're ready for number 2, type I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Come on, guys. Type I'm ready, I'm ready. Number 2, if you're ready, type I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. If you're ready, type I'm ready. Remember to share this video 10 times on Facebook, on WhatsApp, on LinkedIn, across all social media platforms. Okay, share, and tag as many people as you can. Okay, this content shouldn't be what 23 people should be watching, right? Like I said, my page was shadow banned, but if we all go and keep sharing, we will get the shadow ban lifted, and we're going to get more people. So please, guys, share at least 10 times on Facebook, on WhatsApp, on LinkedIn. Okay? Boniface, apology accepted. Okay? Please, next time, if you're coming to people's life, research them, right? I think if anybody's social media is too negative, that if you see anybody talking anything positive, you should encourage them, right? Even naturally, despite the shadow ban, if I were here saying something negative, we will still have more viewers, right? We will still have more viewers, and we cannot continue. People are beginning to be mentally, having mental health issues just because of too much negativity on social media. So you should celebrate, you should appreciate, projects like this. It should be something you should share. That no matter your own what's it called, your reservation, and we shouldn't be so quick to judge. And it's in the Bible, right? You don't join a training and in 1 minute you are beginning to be critical of the trainer when it's not even that you paid. If you paid, of course you should demand excellence, but you didn't pay. Someone's just giving you content for free. So Boniface, I've accepted your apology, but I hope you don't do it to nobody again. Number 2, real estate consultancy. Everybody type real estate consultancy. Okay, everybody come on, type real estate consultancy. So that's number 2. Real estate consultancy is very good because there are several ways, several needs in the real estate sector. Several. Here in Burj Khalifa, for example, every week I get somebody to come clean my apartment, and I pay a good amount of money for that. That's some form of real estate consulting, right? There's safety management, safety consultancy. You can be the safety consultant, and there's so many what's it called, certification program you can do in 3 months, and you become a safety expert, and you can start your safety company and start charging companies, construction companies, a lot of money just to be their safety consultant who come in and ensure that safety measures are followed, right? If you know cities like New York, the amount of money people make from just safety consultancy or engineering consultancy is in billions of dollars every year, right? So there are different fields. It could even be equipment supply. It could even be to come and retrain, the existing staff in real estate companies. It could be sales training. For example, I'm starting a major aspect of my business here in Dubai, which is to start doing sales training for real estate companies across Dubai and just be able to, give a lot of support, mentorship, and training for many of the real estate companies, right? So there are several consultancy aspects that you can come in and you will earn, and it's B2B. So much money with B2B because business to business, right? It's not even retail, and you can make good money, okay, in that space of B2B and providing so much support for people in that sector, right? So real estate consultancy, look at the areas in your country, look at the real estate sector in your country and say, which angle can I provide, consultancy services, and I can start making money. And what I love about the three aspect of real estate I'm teaching today, you can start them with little or no capital. They're not as capital intensive as some of the other areas of real estate wealth that we're going to be learning tomorrow and next tomorrow. These are sectors that is not as expensive. It's a lot easier to start. It doesn't cost you much to start a real estate consultancy services. It doesn't cost you much at all anywhere in the world. Are you ready for number 3? Well, time is going. We're almost done. So, are you ready? Number 3, if you're ready, type I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Come on. Are you ready for number 3? If you're ready, type I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Number 3. If you're ready, type I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Okay, good. I can see Akamibo Marvel is ready. Richard is ready. Excel is ready. Lola Day is ready. Anyawu is ready. Janice is ready. So a lot of you are ready. So come on, let's do this. So I can say a lot of you are ready. So let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Number 3, real estate agency. Everybody say real estate agency. I want everybody to type. Remember, share this video at least 10 times on Facebook, on WhatsApp, on LinkedIn, across all social media platforms. Share, and get as many people to join us, okay? Just keep sharing the video, right? Number 3 is real estate agency. Now, let me share the honest truth with you guys. I started real estate without money, and the industry I started with, or the sector I started, was real estate agency. I became a property agent, real estate agent, with some of the companies in Nigeria. I started back in Nigeria. And because I didn't have money to start my own real estate development, it's not cheap to buy land in Nigeria and start building houses or selling land. It's quite capital intensive. So what I could do was to be an agent, sell for companies and get commission. So I started out way over 10 years ago. And guess what? One of the things that took me into that field was also the fact that I finished school. I spent 8 years instead of 4 years. And I couldn't just get a job. I even did a CV. I did a cover letter that says my employer shouldn't pay me for 6 months until I could prove that I'm a value added to the organization. I still didn't get a job. I printed 100 CVs with a cover letter that says, don't pay me for 6 months. I still didn't get a job. I honestly felt it was spiritual. I honestly felt something was wrong here. Okay, some forces are after me. So if you're from Africa, you know what I'm talking about. Like we call them village people. I really felt something was going on. But one powerful thing I then had to do was I kept at it. I didn't give up. And then the opportunity that I easily found was that I could be an agent. I'm not necessarily a staff. Um, they are okay with me being paid when I make sales. And I started there, started selling. Yes, I did a cover letter that says, don't pay me for 6 months until I prove myself. I still didn't get the job. Funny story. All right. So I then started selling real estate for companies, and that was the opportunity I had. And we started gradually, gradually, gradually. You know, Today the story has changed. Of course, a few years later, 2015, I started as a developer. And what made it easy for me to become a developer was that I had built marketing skills. Can you guys hear me? If you can hear me, type I can hear you. If you can hear me, type I can hear you. If you can hear me, type I can hear you. So, over the years as a property agent, I built the competence, I built the capacity to market. I built what it takes to understand the sector, to be able to convince people to buy property from me. And that was it. Can I tell you the story of my first customer? My first customer was sold online. I met the customer the day she came to pay. It was the years of BlackBerry. I don't know if you remember BlackBerry. Who remembers BlackBerry broadcast? Anybody? BlackBerry broadcast. Who remember? Please share this video, by the way, multiple times. Keep sharing, share this video as many times as you can. How many of you remember BlackBerry broadcast? So I started, I used to write article every morning, and then I would send it via BlackBerry broadcast. And at the end of it, I'll be like, hey, I have properties to sell. So I write the article, maybe it's 5 paragraphs. The last paragraph is where I would now say, hey, I have properties to sell. Reach out to me. I could help you. And that was it. So one of those people who I loved my articles, kept reading my articles, saw this particular promo of the property I was selling behind. It was in Nigeria. The property was behind Redemption Camp. And the person was willing to pay. Now, you know what's funny? God forgive me. As at that time, I honestly felt those properties I was selling were too far. And I wasn't even sure I was ready to buy such property. Honestly, I wasn't sure I was willing to buy such property. And this is why when I became a developer, I was passionate about it because I saw myself losing opportunities. The companies I used to sell for, I used to earn commission. I just didn't believe in that those properties would grow, so I didn't buy. And today I have regrets because some of those estates are now fully inhabited. People live in those estates today, and I wish I invested in those estates because at least today I could have even shown you. I say, this is the first estate I sold. This first estate I sold, this is how much money I made from it. I could have shared all that, but I can't because even me, it was difficult for me to believe what I was selling. But yet I still sold. You see how good I am with market. But over time, when I saw how those properties grew, right? Some of them in 2 years, I was selling them for 3 million. In 2 years, some of them, the value increased to 25 million. I was like, are you kidding me? Is this how there's so much money in the real estate sector? And the later part, of course, I now started investing in real estate. I started buying acres, 50 acres, 100 acres, 200 acres. Of course, I lost money as well. Some of those acres I was buying, lost money to Omunile. It wasn't easy as well. But the truth is that my journey of having built a multi-billionaire real estate empire started with being a property broker. It all started with me just selling for other real estate companies. And it reminds me of a particular scripture that says, if you are not faithful in that which is another man, who will give you your own? A lot of us can grow big, we can be successful, but God needs us to show faithfulness in working for other people, faithfulness in serving other people, right? And the truth is that even if you are doing those, even if you are faithful consciously or unconsciously, the tangible benefit of being faithful is that you now learn the ropes. You will not make certain mistakes that cripple other people. For example, here in Dubai, we've not started development yet, but we've decided to start selling for a lot of the successful developers, and we're learning the ropes. So by the time we start our own development in Dubai, just like we've done in Nigeria, we will not be starting from scratch. We will not make certain terrible mistakes. We've sold for so many people. We have learned, we've understood. We even now know the mistake of those we sold for, and we can perfect those mistakes. Another advantage of, starting as an agent is that you will have gotten an opportunity to build a clientele base. So you already have these hundreds of people you've sold properties to, that the day they hear that you started your own development, they are happy for you. Many of them will be so willing to patronize you because you help them to get a good deal through another company and they had a good experience. And they will be so much trusting you that, look, if you could have linked me with a good company, how much more now that you are the owner of the new company, you are the developer. I'm trusting you. So what that does is that when you start development, you will already have ready-made customers waiting for you to start, okay, who are ready to patronize you, because you need to know that development is capital intensive, and once you jump into development, you need liquidity. You need money every day. Once you're a developer, you need money to pay contractors, you need money to pay for different bills, and it keeps growing. The bills don't stop. But once you've been able to have that list of existing customers who bought through you with other developers, when you start your own, they become your off-takers. They become your initial, guys who will contribute the money that you need to use to start your own property development company. Does this make sense at all? If it makes sense, type this makes sense, this makes sense. So I've pinned a website. Some of you are already asking, how do I start? Okay. How do you start? You can start by selling for us. We have a community of agents who sell our properties in the US, in the UK, in Dubai, in Nigeria. You can join that community and you earn commission for every property that you help us to sell, right? So visit the website www.gtexandassociate.com and sign up for free. Make sure you join the Telegram community and you can ask for support on the community and they will give you all the support. And you'll be able to learn how to start as a property agent, as many support as you can get. And, you can get as many support and it makes it easier. Also, for some of you who probably have, so again, the website is www.gtexandassociates.com. www.gtexandassociates.com. That's the website to go. Write it down and go.